the number one thing we've been measuring match to match for the last 2 years is definitely the speed of our ruck and our options and continuity. Those have been our greatest improvements. We're winning the breakdown faster and smarter. We have more effective offloads, which leads to fewer rucks overall, and we're typically quicker and more efficient. Both of those have been the focuses of our clinics the last 2 years. So they've definitely led to things that we can time and measure from match to match. Yeah, I believe the biggest influence for me and for my team, the academy has really infused a sense of more calm confidence into how we approach competition. Our squad has no issue getting fired up before a match, but what the academy has added and the coaches who come to teach is sort of this more clinical composure in how we execute our core skills and in our regular training habits. I mean, this carries over directly into how we compete. Like I said, we have no problem firing up, but staying focused from one small task after another. Each demanding in its own right to be done to perfection, raising that standard for all small tasks. Yeah, so in our volunteer coaching staff, most of us, just by coincidence, are actually professional educators. And we really admire how the Crusader sessions, to steal an education term, scaffold their skills development. So we've adopted many of the academy's acronyms and cues for drills and things and progressions in order to break down the big goals for our team into smaller, more learnable steps that can stick with the players. We've really picked that up, especially from how these trainings are run. A vast majority of our players come to us brand new to our school and brand new to rugby. That usually sparks a pretty deep dive of enthusiasm and research into the sport that they're brand new to. And that inevitably leads to a lot of content from Super Rugby Pacific and from the Crusaders. So when recruits see that we're hosting the Crusaders Academy in our preseason, it immediately boosts our credibility and it makes our club more attractive to those potential players who are just coming into this world of rugby. The favorite retort I've picked up to the team who's in a complaining mood has become, don't you see, guys, this is how the Crusaders do it. Especially when players question why we drill fundamentals like ball placement and contact technique all season long. After 100 reps of placing the ball, they always want to move to something like scrimmaging or something more fun. But raising those standards in every area is what really has paid off for us. The proof is in measuring our ruck speed and our breakdown turnovers, but it also, watching how the Crusaders-led clinic goes, definitely lends some more credibility to our fundamentals-centered approach at training, especially when the boys get tired of those reps after reps after reps. For us, the last 2 years, we've always hosted the coaches right at the beginning of our university league schedule. And that timing has been critical for us specifically. At the beginning of the season, it really sets the tone for how we should train and how we should play from the early stages of the season. I mean, as a grassroots club, our biggest challenge is always recruiting and player retention. So the wider goals of us building our culture up and the culture that the academy promotes and supports, both raising our standards and our culture, we see that as the foundation for our long-term growth, right? More so than just how we play on the field, how we do everything, of course, is the standard for our future growth. When we've hosted the academy coaches in previous years, we always open the clinics to other university and youth and senior clubs. So the relationships and networks that those clinics have built for us have been the most valuable return on investment, definitely strengthening rugby at our club and in the wider Richmond rugby community. Coach Keenan, he told me that one thing they like to stress at the academy is that rugby is a vehicle. And that phrase captures it perfectly. This partnership enables us to develop not just better players, but better people by raising our standards everywhere within the club, our skills, and of course the way we act and behave.